Miami fans, feels like Groundhog Day. I understand. You fall yesterday to SMU at their place. Final score in overtime, SMU 26, Miami 20. We'll break it all down right now. As always, this reaction presented by BetMGM. If you're a college football sicko, if you're a Miami fan, all is not lost. I know it feels that way on this Sunday morning, but all is not lost. Still a lot in front of you, but make sure you're subscribed. Okay? Appreciate you all in advance for that. So here's what I'll say. The last 2 years, in the month of November, Miami has been the flaky friend of college football. No, for sure. We'll see how the college football playoff. What time you want to be there? Yeah, we'll see you first round. I will probably win the ACC, so maybe the second round we'll see you. Okay, so that makes us like probably mid-January we'll be playing football. You down for that? That works. And then you get a text from them in November. Hey, you're going to hate me. We lost to insert whatever team you want there. Because this was what happened last year. Miami is undefeated going into the month of November. This time last year, I believe they squeaked out a 2-point win, 3-point win over Duke, and then lost 2 of their last 3 to miss the college football playoff. In the ACC, you're not working with the same margin as the Big Ten and the SEC. Whether that's fair or not, that is just kind of the name of the game right now. Last year, you missed the college football playoff because you missed your ACC championship game. You were a 10-2 football team. 10-2 in those other conferences is good enough? It's not. And so I'm not here to argue about what conference is superior and all those things. I'm just saying for Miami, the blueprint is out there in front of you of what's good enough and what's not good enough. And here's what frustrates me the most from a Miami fan speaking to the SMU loss yesterday. It frustrates me that we are the more talented team. That's not breaking news. They have better personnel at Miami, but they're not playing up to that potential in the context of a 4-quarter game. And say what you want. I'm not taking anything away from SMU. Rhett Lashley deserves all the credit in the world for that win. I think Kevin Jennings was phenomenal yesterday, going for 365. But if you're looking at everything going on with Miami, especially yesterday, 12 penalties for 96 yards. Missing in coverage multiple times. Coverage busts, out of position, all those things. Carson Beck pressing, leading to ultimately the game losing interception. His other interception was off his receiver's hands, balls up in the air. It's just it's a professionalism thing. And that was the thing we said going into this season was going to be the difference for Miami. A lot of personnel, a lot of talent. Putting it together in modern college football is about being a pro. Can you take success? Can you take failure? Look at it the same way. Be as close to the same team as much as possible every single week and handle business because that's what pros do. And for Miami, with all the pieces they got through the portal, a whole secondary, receivers, quarterback, it was going to take a professional mindset. And early on in the year, I was buying stock. I'm saying, this team looks different, dude. Go win a game like that against Notre Dame to start the year with that head coach on the other side of that thing and Marcus Freeman. Okay, this might be a little bit of a different operation. Start hot, get to November. We're not professional enough. Whether it's a success thing, whether it's the loss to Louisville thing impacting us, I don't know how you want to phrase it, but we've seen now on multiple occasions Miami has not had the ability to reset at a high enough level to be professional and play their best ball in the month of November. Like Cato and I were looking at this before the this segment to react to the SMU loss. Something like 3-6, including yesterday, the last couple of seasons for Miami and Mario Cristobal. I'm not counting that first year for her because that first year is kind of a wash, getting your guys in there. But since then, outside of that first year, they are 3-6 in the month of November under Mario Cristobal. Y'all, that's not going to cut it. And it'd be different if Miami was playing a bunch of just war daddies the month of November. Miami is, I think, any given Saturday, the more talented team in the ACC. Straight up. So that's the bad news. You weren't professional enough to handle that spot. Also, Carson Beck, I was a little bit off-put by the lack of poise we saw from him. And I'm not talking about the interception. That's one part of this. But I think the interception was a byproduct of Carson Beck over the course of the game just kind of seeming flustered, seeming out of sorts. You're seeing the emotional, not outbursts, but the emotional response from him when things aren't going well. And I'm like, brother, you're the quarterback. I need you to be the coolest hand in the stadium, especially for this group where we're all new here on the defensive side, some new pieces on the offensive side. I need you to be the steady hand. The best teams in college football, the quarterback is the positive force when it comes to setting the table and setting the temperature for that football team. Carson Beck pressing, the press conference stuff from the Louisville game. I know he wasn't trying to throw his guy under the bus, but just like moments like that and moments like we saw yesterday from Carson Beck, I'm not trying to attack the kid's character. That's not what I'm here to do at all. But I am saying in the heat of the moment, we're seeing Carson Beck make poor decisions with the football yesterday in overtime. Just kind of what we're seeing here from Carson Beck and from Miami. So that's the bad news. Bad news is you got to win out. The bad news is you're 10-2, staring down the barrel of the rest of your schedule. The good news is, just what I said, you're still the most talented team in every game you have left to play in the regular season. Syracuse, NC State, at Virginia Tech, at Pitt. Win out, go 10-2. JD, you just told us 10-2 is not good enough to make the college football playoff. It might not be. It might not be. But here's the one ace in the hole for Miami. The one thing I would cling to if I'm a Hurricane fan, still banking on my team being a college football playoff team. Because to be real, the ACC title game feels a little bit more like a reach at this point in time. But you still hold a tiebreaker with Notre Dame. Say what you want about the committee. Say what you want about their watch parties and how they don't have any beverages or appetizers when they're all watching games. It looks like the most miserable watch party of all time. I still think they value head-to-head. So if we get Selection Sunday and we're talking about a 10-2 Notre Dame versus a 10-2 Miami for that 11th seed in the college football playoff, I think you'd still lean Miami based on head-to-head. Now, are Miami's losses worse? Absolutely. But one of Notre Dame's losses is to Miami. So all I'm saying here is maybe it's not the most sure thing in the world. Maybe the odds aren't great of Miami being a college football playoff team at this point in time. But there's still a chance. There's still a path. Win out, which you have to do now to be a college football playoff team, which is what this whole year is about for the Hurricanes. But there's still a chance. All right? So Hurricane fans, I know today is tough. Did not, by any stretch of the imagination, handle business enough to win that game. A lot of self-inflicted wounds. But there's still a way. There's still a way. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, how you're feeling, and your optimism level about being a college football playoff team the rest of this season. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.